Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. TK here. I'm gonna do my first looks on Firewatch. I watched some YouTube videos a while back, like last year in the springtime, I want to say, and it looked really, really fun, so I am going to play it for myself. You see Julia. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with you, well-dressed professor and grade students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. Let's say that. You slur the word major, and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours? She asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology. Was that a burn, you ask? She says, definitely. Worried she hurts your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Interesting. Now we shift scenes. Haha. Put on backpack. Elevator. Interesting. Let's put my gear in the truck bed. Now we're in the truck. On the road again. You date for over a year. She drives absolutely nuts. It's great. Sounds like my driving. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. Oh, doggy. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's a badass. You pick up the beagle, and she names it Bucket. You adopt a shepherd, and you name it Mayhem. I'm going to do Mayhem. Mayhem is an excellent dog. He loves wrestling with you in the park and goes with Julia on her runs. Even though he's too big to bring to school, Julia loves him all the same. Mayhem is a friend, child, and pet, all rolled into one. Sorry about that. You talk out onto the deck. It's summer. 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Interesting. Kids. They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple of little idiots. Yeah, not like a kid. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. Yes, you're absolutely right. On the road again. Alrighty. Throw fuck trailhead. Do not forget to check in. And twisting. 2 forks. Interesting. Yeah, we need to go there. Alrighty, let's go. Happy Saturday. to y'all. Hope y'all's weekend's been going good. 1980. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angered by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's quite drunk. Sorry. She's quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You ignore him. I'll be pissed. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel quite guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold onto a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. Girls like that a lot, especially when you're sexy. Very nice. Dude's badass. Very much a badass, to say the least. I wish this dude could be more of a badass, because this dude is more of a badass. I'd love this dude even more. 2-4. X. I pressed X multiple times. Damn, that's beautiful. 1982. During the summer, you and Julia enjoy walking mayhem at night. It's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Mayhem runs away. May my mo fuck dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. Me personally, I'll beat the goddamn face in. Your arm gets cut, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes up before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. In 1984, plans to have kids gets waylaid by work. Damn, that sucks. Julie gets an offer, a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Yeah, that's what I would say. You ask her if she commit back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if that's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each summer. Interesting. At least she's committing back. Hold up, sorry guys. At least she's committing back and forth. So I would hate if I had a girl like that and wanted to leave to go to some place like that and we had to end the relationship right then and there because she didn't want to commit back and forth and stuff like that. Alrighty, so let's read. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave for after having an episode. She's lost in it on a college for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. I would do that. I love macaroni. And I had a couple of sips of wine, so. You watch the Dallas on TV and sleep together on the couch. Interesting. Wow. Okay. It's not supposed my guy to be like that. Mayhem is getting older. He has got silver hair down his back and slows down at night. You and Julia walk him to the bar to see your friends, and it feels like nothing has changed. Julia goes back to the university. (1987) Julia's afflictions get worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to take the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on a permanent medical leave. Some days you get Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn child little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to bring brighten the day. She gets worse. That sucks. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Danielle the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else. Somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits on you for a couple of months. You decide to move her to a full-time care facility. You're determined to take care of her by yourself. I mean, they could probably cure or hopefully make it better to where they could visit her back. Let's do that. I love the soundtrack, though. Soundtrack's amazing. Also, in case you're wondering, I'm playing controller right now. I don't have a mouse pad with me, so I can't use. Ooh, deer. Or a moose. A moose, my bad. A moose it is. But this music, though. Wow. Her families agree with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day. Then every other day. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I'll cut your balls off. You slowly decide not to see your old friends that much. Oh, fuck. 1989. Julia's sister, Susan's moved to Boulder. Be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the times. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You always really like Susan. Oh, God. Months go by. Mayhem dies. No, Mayhem. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less. And seeing her less and less makes you forget more. You think. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. Oh, Mayhem. You take it. Why does the dog have to die? He's a good doggy. I liked Mayhem, even though I only read about him. Ooh, nighttime. Enter the lookout tower. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I like the wind sound. The wind sound sounds very, very nice, and the graphics are amazing. I have them all on low, but if I had them on high, they look way better than what they do now. The reason why I put them to low is because I was lagging massively.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
There it is. Radio. A radio. A radio does whatever a radio does.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
You killed 3 ex-husbands. You're rebelling against your mom. Nobody back home you can stand. Nobody back
Okay,
home
you're probably out here because nobody back home can stand you.
No
Which,
shit, not.
After this brief introduction, is not a big shock.
Ouch. I'll chalk that up to you being tired and grumpy.
Sounds like
Well,
me.
I better get some sleep then.
One sec. Now it's my turn.
Damn.
Okay.
I did not read that properly.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you. I say you got fired from your job and have finally decided to write your novel. That's the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
Good night.
Welcome to the job.
Firewatch. Dun dun dun. Day 1. Da da da. Da na na. Da na 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 na. Oh, we can. Alrighty, guys. Well, that is gonna do it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. And adios.